What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to give y'all 5, not just 5, but 6 of my favorite things that I've gotten from Temu. One of them is kind of a cheat. That's why there's an extra one. One of them is kind of a cheat because I didn't technically get it from Temu. And it's the second one I've had. The first one I technically got from Wish years ago, and it took me a long time to actually use it. But once I did, it became one of my favorite things. And then this new one that I just got recently, actually got from the yard sale across the street a couple of weeks ago. But Temu does have them, and I wanted to show it to you. And I will list everything that I'm going to show you. I will find links to everything, and I will list them down below so you can get them yourself if you're interested. If you think maybe that looks interesting, or I think that maybe could help, definitely go down there and check the links in the description box and get one for yourself. Now, some of these things, I'll find a link for y'all, but you may be able to find other sellers that have the same thing for a cheaper price, or not, or maybe a better bundle of something, you know. As always, it's best to do your research. So today, this is a series. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I just haven't had the opportunity to do it, because I need everybody out of the house to do it, okay? And I didn't want to do these late at night because I felt like I wanted to do these with some good lighting, you know, so y'all could see the stuff. So thankfully, I'm all decked out because I did work this morning, and I just got home a little bit ago, and Andy is out with Abby, so I have a little bit of time to myself. So I figured I would take a few minutes and show y'all a few of my things, a few of my favorite things from Temu. And today I'm going to show y'all some kitchen and home things. Mostly these are all kitchen things, right? I think these are mostly kitchen things. And then maybe in another video, at least in the next video, I don't know about any videos after that, but at least in the next video, I want to show y'all some of like beauty and bathroom type stuff. So, but this video, we are looking at kitchen and home items because I know people are always interested in seeing that kind of thing. So, the first thing I want to show y'all, I might show y'all the big thing last because I want to insert like a little video clip of me using it at the end of the video. So first thing I want to show y'all, this thing right here. This is a plate bowl cover that you can put over your food when you heat something up in the microwave. And I love this one because it has the magnets on the top. Now, the only negative thing, make sure if you need to get one of these, make sure that your microwave doesn't have a plastic piece on the roof of the inside, like the one we have here. It was actually my mom's microwave. We just haven't switched it out for the other one that we brought with us from the other house. That one is all metal. We just haven't switched it out yet. But this does magnetize to the roof of the microwave. Right now, I'm having to, when we're not using it, I am magnetizing it to the underside of the microwave, but it's gotten knocked off from there a couple of times. And one time it even actually went behind the stove that we had to move the stove out to get this thing out from behind there. So just letting y'all know that if you need a microwave cover, this is good. This is a good one because it does have these, I don't know what you would call them, like where it's not completely flat on the ground, on the table. So after you use it, you can just pick it up from these little cutouts right here. Cutouts, that's the word I was looking for. These little cutouts right here, you can just pick it up from the bottom right there and then just stick it back to the underside of the microwave. And then when you need to use it again, just pick it up and then pull it back down. It does have the vents on the top. If you notice, mine is a little stained. That's because it's well used and well loved. So these are great. I highly recommend this kind. I tried one before that was like an expandable one that you could flatten, but it had a flat bottom and I just didn't like it as good. But this one does, I like the fact that this one magnetizes to the roof of the microwave. But like I said, just make sure that your microwave doesn't have a plastic piece on the roof. So, love that. It's one of my favorite things. Editing tally here. So, I totally didn't realize that Temu was selling these things for like $30. I bought mine last year, only paid $1.60 for it. Don't know if it was a special deal or not. But you can find them on Amazon. Since I'm not affiliating with Temu right now, you can find them on Amazon for about $20. Just do a search for magnetic microwave covers, something along those lines. But I'm still going to link the one down from one of the ones from Temu down below. But you can always screenshot it and take that picture over to Amazon and find it. So, sorry about that. Something else. Now, this is the item that I was telling you about, that I didn't technically get this item from Temu. I had one, the same thing before, that I got from Wish years and years ago, and it took me probably better part of a year to actually use it, because I just like, that's not gonna work, it's stupid. But once I tried actually using it, I love it. It's my favorite thing. This is the only thing that I use to peel carrots, and I don't use it for anything else but carrots. It just slides across the skin, and this piece right here is supposed to be like the blade, and you can go in either direction. I've tried it on potatoes. It doesn't really work as good. I just like being able to straight peel my carrots, and it collects the peels in here. If it gets full, you open this. Oops. This can come apart to put in the dishwasher. When it gets full, just dump it out, and you can put it back together like that. Now this part right here, this blade, it does come out if you want to take it out for anything, and it does come apart. So if you when you need to wash it, it is. Why do I keep trying to say microwave? It is dishwasher safe. So I just usually just put this piece like this down in the dishwasher, like where the cups and stuff go. Maybe put this in the tray where the silverware goes, and it just goes right back together. One of my favorite things, you can peel quite a few carrots with this. Like I said, if you want to try it with potatoes or anything like that, you're more than welcome to try it, but this is my favorite thing for peeling carrots. The only thing I will use to peel carrots. Next, these are my favorite sponges right here, y'all. These right here, these little fluffy ones right here, I love these so much. I've actually got some that I have on order, but they have yet to arrive. And Temu is saying maybe my package might be lost, so they did, I put in for a refund on it, and I did get refunded for them. So if they show up, they show up. But these are my favorite type of sponges. Now, when I bought these from Temu, I was getting them in 12 packs. You can't find them in 12 packs from any of the local warehouses, so I'm hoping Temu brings these back. But these are my favorite ones. They have some on Temu that are similar. They might look similar, but they're not as wide. They're not as, yeah. Don't get those. I don't know about those, but I like these. These are nice and squishy. They don't last a terrible long time. But if you're somebody that mostly uses them for just maybe wiping out a dish or something, here and there, you should be fine with them lasting, I don't know, a week or 2 weeks or whatever. But these are my favorites. They're just scrubby enough. I don't know if you can see they're just scrubby enough to give you a scrub. And they're not going to damage your pots, pans, dishes. They're not going to damage anything. I have used these to clean also, and they're great for that. When you just need just a little bit of scrubby power, but that little bit of scrubby power actually does something. So these are my favorite sponges. I still have these two. I think I have one left down there under the sink. And then whenever the 3-pack that decides to finally show up one day shows up, yeah. So yeah. So those are also my favorites. So this right here, I bet you're wondering what the heck is that. These little things right here, it's a silicone cap for your canned drinks. And I have a can right here to show you. These are great, especially for like during the summer, especially here in the South, when you start having a problem with maybe gnats and fruit flies or flies, any kind of buzzing insects, like maybe if you want to go out and hang by the pool or just out on the porch, and you have like your little canned drink. This is an empty can, y'all. Sorry. This is one of my can of my sparkling waters. But really, there's nothing to it. It literally just snaps on there. I'm gonna move it a little closer. You can see, and it holds on there really good. So I'm gonna show y'all. See. So it literally just snaps on there, and even if this can was full, it would hold it really good. I'm sorry, it's an empty can. But these are great, especially for, like I said, if you're hanging out outside by the pool or on the porch or whatever, and you want to have your little drink, and you don't want bugs getting into it, or, if you start having a problem with fruit flies or gnats or something in your house, or the flies have been terrible around here, so something like this, just to kind of put over your drink to keep bugs from getting into it, perfect. And you can usually find those in like packs of 3 or 6 or whatever. So definitely get you some of those. Next up, we have a bowl. This is my favorite bowl that I use for draining rice. Oops, sorry. It has this inner colander style bowl with the cutouts. And then you have the bowl here. This does come apart. This does come out for washing. I guess it was a rice kernel left in there. So it does come apart for washing. But you just... Sometimes I forget which way it's supposed to go because it's 2 different ways. Like if you can see, it's kind of like more of a spout on this side, and then this side right here has like a pour spout. But yeah. So it just snaps back in there. You put your rice in here, or you can use it for vegetables and fruit stuff too, but I use it for rice. It's perfect for rice. So you put your stuff in there, and you run it on the thing, kind of swish it around a little bit, and then all you have to do is dump it out, and it dumps all that water out, and then you can run it through as many times as you need to, and yeah. And I usually wash my rice out about 3 or 4 times, but this is perfect for rice. I think it holds up to about 4 cups of rice. We usually do 3, and it's usually plenty big enough. So super fun bowl. Like I said, you can use this for fruits and vegetables too, or I don't know, kale, spinach, whatever you want to use it for, but it's great for rinsing things out. Like I said, you put your stuff in there, you fill it up, and you're swishing it around to kind of clean it off a little bit, and all you do is just dump it out, just like that. So one of my favorite bowls, like I said. And y'all, when we first moved to here, and the first couple of times we had rice, I really missed that bowl. I was having to rinse it by hand, and I hated it. But yeah, definitely one of my favorite things. So the last thing is this. This is a sweeper. It's kind of like those manual sweepers that you find, but this one is a little bit, I don't know if you would call it different. It has 2 brushes. I'm trying not to hit the wall. It has 2 brushes here. And as you run it along the floor, they spin. And you want to have these at the front, I think. Don't hold me to it. Yeah. And, as you're sweeping, you do have to kind of push down just a little bit to make sure these are spinning. But they spin, and to pick up dirt, awesome. And then here on the back, you have a little door to open up. I've already emptied this out, so there's nothing in there. You have a little door, you can empty out the dust and the dirt. And It's a great little manual sweeper. It is a 360. This is technically telescoping, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's just... but if you didn't need it to be this long, you can... Obviously don't need it. You can put it however you want. But this does swivel 360 like that. And like I said, perfect for hard floors. It's not going to work on anything that's carpeted, but if you have hard floors, whether it's real wood or laminate, tile, linoleum, whatever, this is a great little like manual sweeper. So I'm going to insert a video of me using it briefly. Just don't come for me for if you see any, not trash, if you see any clutter. But I'm going to try to give y'all at least a little something. So, but those are 6, not 5, but 6. I'll get it right one day. Those are 6 of my favorite things from Temu. And like I said, I will link everything down below in the description box. But yeah, they'll get you something. And I will be back real soon. I have a few Temu local warehouse things here. Excuse me. I have a few Temu local warehouse things here that I will probably do someday. I don't know how soon I'm going to get to them, but I only have a few things. But I'm going to wait and see if a couple more things come in. But I'll see you guys as soon as I can. I'll be back as soon as I can. If you saw anything in this video that you liked, please don't hesitate to give me a thumbs up. You know I always like seeing those. And let me know down in the comments if there's anything that I showed today that you just got to go get for yourself. But I will see you guys again soon. Didn't I just say that? I'm sorry. Y'all, saying goodbye is the hardest thing. It really is. But I'll be back soon, guys. And until then, be good. Bye for now. Okay, y'all. So y'all are getting a POV of the sweeper. So I got some dirt over here, over there. So let's see how well this works. Like I said, you do have to kind of push down on it a little bit. I'm going to turn this sideways and kind of go along the wall. So, oops. No, let's just get behind it. And you really do have to kind of make sure that those brushes are turning. Otherwise, you're really not going to pick up much. Those. Sorry. Sorry for the shaking, y'all. I'm trying to do this like POV style so you can kind of get a better idea. So yeah. Open up the door for you a little bit here so you can see. Sorry, I can't get that stuff. And there's Dean. He acts like he wants to come in, but he doesn't. So, but yeah, just like that. It works pretty good. Is it 100% perfect? No, not at all. But for a little sweeper, it's really good to have, especially if you just want to, like sweep up real quick for like, if you get dust and stuff and little dirt particles in your kitchen or your bathroom or whatever. So yeah, hope y'all liked this little POV. It's kind of weird. I literally have the phone is like an inch from my face, so so yeah, But I'm hoping that y'all enjoyed this. So let me know what you think.